everybody, welcome back to Awesome Autographs and More. David here with episode number 106. We've got what I would consider a somewhat depressing week of mail. Excuse me. We have 6 successful TTMs. We have 6 returns to sender and 1 private signing. So not the worst week, but 6 return to senders in 1 week. I don't know. That's a bit much in my opinion. But hopefully we got them all out of the way, and going forward, it's more successes. Anyways, kind of set this up a little bit different today, just for a change. But anyways, let's get started. I'm going to do these in the order that they arrived, starting with March 11th, which I think was last Monday. Yeah, that was Monday, because today's, what, the 16th or 17th. So this is the entire week of returns. First out of the box is a 2 of 2 success. In 106 days, former NBA player, Earl Boykin. It's very dark card, so pardon that. This is a point for Team 90s. In fact, 5 of the 6 TTMs will be a point for Team 90s. Neither of these show up real well, and I'm not sure that a different color would have mattered. But Mr. Boykins played for the NBA from the 1998-99 season to the 2011-2012 season. Wait a minute, that can't possibly be a point. Oh, yes, it is. Sorry. This is one of his early cards. This is the 1988-99 card. So it does count, sorry. Mr. Earl Boykin. Next up, return to sender from Mr. Spike Owen. Again, this is just a not deliverable as addressed. I've actually used this address before and had success, so I'm not quite sure what it is. Possibly the post office is screwing up again, or he moved and did not leave a forwarding address. Either way. Another one, Lance McCullers. I've seen people recently get back from this address. So I will do a little bit more research on some of these and see if I can find a different address somewhere and go from there. Next up is success number 2. This came in on the 14th. All 3 of those first ones, by the way, came in on the 11th. This one came in on the 14th. It is a 4 of 4 success with one of my 90 leaf cards for my set. So I'm always glad when I get one of those. This is Mr. Roy Smith, who played from 1984 to 1991. He played with Cleveland, Minnesota, and Baltimore. All my cards are Minnesota. Didn't have Cleveland or Baltimore. I don't know. He may not even have a Baltimore card, because technically if he ended in 91, his Baltimore card would have been in a 92 set, which I don't know what the circumstances were for ending his career, but it's possible there isn't one. But because if 92, I would have expected to have had one. But anyways, next return to sender, Mr. Ricky Waters. I questioned this when I sent it out, because normally when you have a P.O. box, the 4-digit extension is the last 4 digits of the P.O. box. So I would have expected the extension to be 2252. But on the databases, it says 6652. I'm going to warn you guys, I don't think it'll work. So I'm going to resend this, but instead of even putting the extension on there, I'm just going to leave the 5-digit zip code and see if that makes a difference. Because I've seen returns come back from him regularly, and the databases have that they've been coming back. This, I think, was my fault, maybe. But both of these addresses, 407 and 507, are listed on the databases. So I guess I just picked the wrong one. But anyways, it says no such number to the 407. So if you're sending to Mr. Brian Holton, I would not recommend using the 407 address. I'm going to send this out again using the 507 address and see what happens. Okay. Success number 3, which arrived on the 15th of the month. This is Mr. Dan Pasqua. It's a 2-for-2 success in 33 days. And if I had half a brain, I would have sent a 1990s card along with it, but I didn't because based on the way I'm collecting, I only needed 2 more cards for Dan Pasqua. Anyways, so I got these signed, a Yankees card, which I did not have him as a Yankee signed, and another White Sox. And given that those are the only 2 teams he played for, I have a bunch of White Sox signed cards. Having trouble with these today. Okay, so that was Mr. Pasqua, who played from 1985 to 1994. That was a 2-for-2 return in 33 days. Next return, also on the 15th. 15th was actually a good day. I got multiple successes. This former NHL player, Mr. Steve Bozek, got this 1991 Topps card signed, as well as the generic hockey autograph card. Thank you, Mr. Bozek. He played from 1981-82 through 1991-92. Played for the Kings, Calgary, St. Louis, Vancouver, and San Jose. And that was the one and only card of his I had. Next up is a 1-for-1 success. Always happy to get him back. Yes, he's one of the ones that signs one at a time. And it's Mr. Hall of Famer Gossage on the 1993 Fleer, which is a point for Team 90s. Mr. Gossage played from 1972 to 1994, except for 1990. He played for the White Sox, Pittsburgh, Yankees, Padres, Cubs, Giants, Rangers, A's, as this card shows, and Seattle. That's Mr. Gossage. Next up, when did this come in? Oh, we've already done that one. This also on the 15th is Mr. Steve Wright. Again, I've seen recent returns from him, from this address. Just says undeliverable. I'm not sure what's up, but we'll look around and see what else we can come up with. And our final TTM of this week is a former NHL player. It's a 4-for-4 success in 43 days. Mr. Kelly Miller. I've got a feeling this lighting's not working out too well today. Anyways, he played from the 1984-85 season to 1998-99 for the Rangers and Washington. Played the first 3 years with the Rangers, and then the rest of his career, 13 additional seasons with Washington. Sent him 4 very awesome cards, and he signed them all very awesomely. That one doesn't show up quite as good because of the dark colors, but it's still there. You can see it if you look real close. Hopefully that stayed in focus. And then we have an autograph card, I think, because those are probably the only 3 cards I have of his. Okay, 4th and final return to sender. Again, I've seen some returns, although it's been a few months, from him at this address. Came in on the 16th, which was Saturday, I think. Friday or Saturday. Saturday. Not sure why, unless he just decided to unless he's moved without a forwarding address or whatever. But there's a note on here. Not at this address. Okay, so he must have moved and not given a forwarding address. Last and final, a private signing. Ah, what a mess. Private signing from former Major League Baseball player. Pick up my mess here. Put those down there. From Mr. Edwin Nunez. We have 3 for 3 success, one of which is for my 1990 Leaf set. Mr. Nunez played from 1982 to 1994 with Seattle, the Mets, Detroit, Milwaukee, Texas, and Oakland. This was a private signing with DEB Sports. I pick up on their private signings through their Facebook page. So if you go into Facebook and search D.E.B. Sports, their page will come up. And you can see they do mostly baseball, but they also have basketball, hockey, and football mixed in there. So we had 2 of these cards, so I sent them both. He signed them nicely, one in blue, one in black, just so they're different instead of having 2 the same. In my mind, that's not a double because it's a different color ink. And then my 1990 Leaf card. I only had 1 of those, so sent that out to get that autographed. And that is it for this video. 6 successes, 5 points of which are Team 90s points. We have Boykins, Roy Smith. Oh, wait a minute. We have 6 points. Yeah, Edwin Nunez is a point. So, Steve Bozak, Gossage, Kelly Miller, and Nunez. So all of those are points except for Dan Pasqua. Otherwise, that's it. We want to thank the athletes for signing the cards. Thank you all for listening. Please, over here, hit the like button. If you're not already subscribed, you can do so over here and ring the bell to be notified of future videos. In the meantime, have a great rest of your day. Last day of the weekend being Sunday morning. Again, have a great weekend. And hopefully we'll see you next week with some more TTM through the mail autograph successes. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.